I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au, and I'm coming to you once again from the RIU Sydney Resources Round-up. And today we are talking copper. I am sitting next to Frazer Tabeart, the Managing Director for Alma Metals. Frazer, you promised rocks. You've delivered rocks.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be talking about the Copper Briggs Project, but first let's start with the core.
Yeah.
What are we looking at? This
Isn't
is
it beautiful?
Stunning. Look at all of these.
So look at it. I mean, this one here is the host rock.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the old volcanic rocks that have then had this one intrude into it. So this is the intrusive rock, and this is the one that's brought all the copper in.
Okay.
So what we've been doing over the last few months is particularly looking at the metallurgy in these samples. So we've created composites of both of these rock types.
Okay.
And that's been the basis of our MET programs. So we're getting really good recovery of copper, particularly from the intrusion. So we're recovering 95% of the copper out of those rocks into a concentrate that's grading 29% copper. And those are just fantastic numbers. And then this one's not quite as good, but it's still more than acceptable. So we're getting 94% recovery into a 23% concentrate grade.
Yeah.
So those are just fantastic.
Bit of a weight difference between these two, even though this is the bigger one. This weighs more.
That is a heavier rock type. So,
okay, perfect.
And in this case, it's actually got a little bit more copper in it. But
that's just where the sample is.
That's just where the sample
So, just for everybody at home who doesn't know, because we can see a lot of sparkly things in here, but it looks like gold, but it's actually not.
It's copper.
It's copper. It's a copper-bearing mineral.
This is chalcopyrite. So this is a copper-bearing mineral.
That's that sparkly stuff
so
that we can see.
So that's the sparkly stuff, yeah.
And that's what we're all here for at the Copper Briggs Project.
That's what we're trying to get at, yeah.
All right, so let's bring everybody up to speed on the Copper Briggs Project.
Yep.
You've had the rigs whirring, you've had a mineral resource out there lately.
Yep.
You've got some great metallurgy, great metallurgical results.
Yeah.
What else? What else have I not covered off in that very
Well,
short
key thing is
rundown?
those are now giving us the two main parts of the inputs that we need for a mining scoping study. So one of the things that we've been doing here at the conference is talking to potential consultants that can help us on the mining study. So that'll kick off in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Probably about a 2-month piece of work to get that done. So that'll be looking at how would we go about mining this, what would we do with the tailings, where would we put all those pieces of infrastructure, and then put some cost around that. So the idea is you've then got a financial model that says, right, if we build a mine of X scale, this is what it's going to cost to build, this is what it's going to cost to run, and these are the economic numbers that come out of it. We're particularly interested in things like what is our cash cost per pound of copper and what's our all-in sustaining cost per pound of copper, because then we've got something that we can sort of directly compare against other companies. That's something we can't really do at the moment.
Yeah, so you need those numbers.
Yeah.
A particularly important number that I wouldn't mind sort of harping on just a little bit before we leave, and that is the low grind size. And we've talked about this before in interviews. Has it come up much that, this is how you make low-grade copper deposits economical because of the grind size? Yeah,
and it's a really big marketing point for this project, because we can say to people, yes, we can get a high-grade concentrate with a high recovery, but we can do it at 212 microns. And in fact, some of the work we're doing now is looking at even coarser grind sizes, so 300, 330 microns. And that's kind of the holy grail of low grade. If you can get your copper out and put none in the tails, but do it a coarse grain size, that means your power costs are low. And power is the biggest input cost. So anything we can do to reduce the power cost comes off the bottom line. That'll make our C1 costs very, very competitive, we think. And that's what the study's all about doing, is putting a number on that.
And that's super important. It's a really key message to get across to investors. Because, let's be honest, copper wasn't in trend for a long time there. So everybody's developing their copper knowledge as they go along. So coarse grain size, not low grain size, as I said earlier. Look, this is shaping up to be a fabulous project. I know you guys are doing a lot of work at the moment. Listen, Frazer, just to take us home today, what can we look forward to hearing from you before the end of the first half, I guess? Yeah,
well, I guess we've still got those final MET results to come out. We plan to get back out drilling within the next month or so. So we'll be some announcements about when the rig's going to go on site and what we're going to do with that. And then that sort of leads us into early next quarter, where hopefully we'll get those scoping study numbers out, and then we'll be out burning some shoe leather, telling everybody about it.
Absolutely awesome. Listen, thank you for the catch up today. Thank you for bringing the sparkly rocks. Absolutely great to get a free geology lesson when you're out here.
All right. Thanks, Shae.
Cheers.